So there's two more sacred places that you touched upon there. You mentioned Lalibela. You also mentioned your office at Fairfield House, where I believe it also overlooks the sacred chapel. So this chapel has a connection with Addis Ababa. This was the first Ethiopian Orthodox chapel in the UK, set up in the grounds of Fairfield House by His Imperial Majesty and Her Imperial Majesty. What could that tell us about the connection and the mystics, let's say, between these two churches?
Well, so the sacred garden at Fairfield House, as it stands today, is the site of the former chapel of His Imperial Majesty, Her Imperial Majesty, and the Ethiopian royal family. And in 1937, in January, the Emperor had written to Jerusalem to request that the special items for worship will be brought to Bath. And he sent Abba Hannah, his personal chaplain, to collect those items, and he would lead the priests at Fairfield House. And so in this greenhouse, which was a Victorian greenhouse, so quite a large space, there was a heated room, this became their chapel, and His Majesty would pray there regularly, and all the family would pray there. Empress Menen in particular was there when she found out about the liberation of Ethiopia. So a very special place. Then, from my knowledge, the chapel was deconsecrated in 1943, and the tabot was returned to Ethiopia. And then it was installed in a new custom-built church for it to be for eternity, and that is Miskaye Hezunan Medanhialem, which is the consoler of the bereaved and the saviour of the world. And it's also called Saviour Medanhialem, which is the saviour of the world in exile. So the whole church and the whole setting are about exile, and it's actually a monastery also. It is just amazing place. It has its own school next to it, and the children are playing in the churchyard, and there's the monastery behind, and the grounds are amazing, the trees are very colourful, and the church style is different to a normal Ethiopian church, which tends to be a round space. It actually looks like an English church, and I think this is purposeful because of that experience of exile that the emperor went through. And Abba Hannah, he's the first Abuna, of that monastery. So the whole place is about the feeling of exile, and it's a memorial to those that they lost along the way, and the suffering, the suffering that they went through in that time. It's a memorial to that. So I was exceptionally moved to visit there, and they have a fantastic museum also, where everywhere that you turn in this small museum there's an item donated by His Imperial Majesty. This is a very, very special place. One of his official titles is Guardian of the Monastery of Miskaye Hezunan Medanhialem.
You say, deep, very spiritual place, and we give thanks to have trod there with the eye. Like I say, me, I've been past many times, but I never knew the connection until the eye found the knowledge. And as His Majesty says, we have to share the knowledge and, enlighten one another.